Hello, HowTo Innovation students. Today we're going to learn how to use our Cameo vinyl cutters. I'm going to show you a couple steps and important things to know before you begin cutting with the Cameos. First, you want to make sure that your Cameo is turned on. The power button is off to the side here next to where the USB goes in. Once your Cameo is powered on, then you want to make sure that your USB is plugged into your computer. One thing I'd like to point out is that the flatter part of the USB goes into the computer, whereas the more square end will go into the Cameo. Once you have your Cameo plugged in, it'll take a minute for the computer to recognize it. After it recognizes it, you should be able to select your image and print it on Silhouette Studio. After you have your image selected, you're ready to cut. Select your piece of vinyl. A few things to remember. If you are cutting on anything other than vinyl, you will need to use a cut mat. There's a button here that says Load Cut Mat. If you're not using a cut mat, then you will use the button that says Load Media. When I load my media, I want to make sure it's between the two blue arrows. This one is not quite between the two blue arrows. So what I'm going to do is gently squeeze on the white plastic clip here and slide it towards the next row of arrows. Once it clicks in place, then you're ready to go. I'll place my vinyl. First, I want to make sure that the vinyl is set. After I set it, I'm going to use this lever here to tighten it. Whenever you're printing, you should always make sure that this lever is facing up. Then I'm ready to load my media. I didn't quite like how it loaded that time. It's a little crooked. If that happens to you, you can just press unload. Then go back, make any changes that you need to, and try to print again. I'm going to load it again. Making sure it's lined up with the arrows, I'll press Load Media. Then you will select the software, which you'll learn in another video on how to actually trace and cut your vinyl. One more thing I would like to point out, that if you notice that your vinyl is cutting too deep, it may be because your blade is set at a deeper setting. To release your blade and change the setting, you simply turn it to the left and move your blade. If you look down here, you can see if you move it counterclockwise or clockwise, you are increasing or decreasing the depth of your blade. When cutting on vinyl, you should put it at a 1. I see my blade set at a 1, so I'm going to lock it back into position. Again, remember, lever over here facing up, lever over here facing up, that means you're good to go. I hope this video was helpful for you and that you enjoy using the vinyl cutter to create a lot of creative things here at HowTo this year.